Okay, it's 11:30 in the morning, and I'm turning this back on. I'm cleaning up the house because it's going to be lunchtime in Arkansas. So I'm so exhausted. Um, the hostage situation of this is still going on with the stalking. Had you thought John Wayne Gacy for shower again time followed me right in the shower and started just massaging and everything else. You need to get these men into custody right now. I didn't know that electrocution's good in the shower. I slept that. Um, it's been talking away to itself, but they're still very much at large. Um, they're incredibly domestically abusive males, also in that story. Uh, you need to get these men into custody right now. That makes them tired. Enough already with, I don't know why that might make somebody tired, Huda and Hogula and the rest of these monsters that have done this to me all these years. But you can't do it to the other person's body. It's against the law. We can risk it to a person's body. The other person I'm going to be cleaning up the kitchen. I'm going to run the dishwasher because I have to, because I have some cooking. I have a nice big pot of squash chicken soup to cook tonight. I'm going to get the washing done. This is just a I'm going to call the sheriff's department, all the rest of the numbers and the courts in Arkansas, because somebody needs to go to prison. Is it you? Yes, it is with all this. Not me. I'm not doing, the tone is definitely being set by you. I'm doing anything inappropriate. I would not be doing it otherwise. It is the situation. Again, I had to wrestle John Wayne Gacy, the car battery and bucket guy equivalent, in the shower on a body scanner. Okay, so I'm grumpy. I had to sitting up in a chair and very angry. Okay, that is a thing in court. That's a thing in law. Oh, I don't know what it would be called. No, you're a mental patient, not me. You are all throughout. You're a criminal, technically, legally. Are you doing anything against the law? Man, not at all here. Okay. That's correct. Like if one guy's doing something against the law, then then the other guy isn't. Then the person not doing something against the law is not responsible. I mean, it's not like, it's just sort of, there's other stuff, like I can't shoot you or something unless or I actually could shoot you technically legally. Anybody can shoot you and actually supposed to. Like if you're in a correctional institute of some sort, the corrections workers have to arrest you. So I don't really understand what the hell's going on around here. It's hard to tell. Like I told the sheriff's department, it seems like the worst, just, the fact that you're employed anywhere and then somewhere. And then the problem is if you were the hobo, that's really dangerous, that slept out back of a truck depot, that's really dangerous, out back of a, worst part of town, it's really dangerous. People wouldn't expect your behavior to be the same as been verified individuals that would have access to the technology you're on. Because you sound like an absolute schizophrenic hobo, also. I mean, you sound like you sleep in the trash and smell bad. It's amazing you're coming into work with all that. So it's just the whole situation is kind of boggling that you're able to have access to something. It is who you think it is, my dear. Remember that? While nobody, you calm down with reliving your crimes also. or you can relive them. I'm just gonna put up with it. The only reason I'm screaming was that, not really. I mean, you were very upset at the stalking. You probably were screaming. The stalking was hideous, but the reason you're actively screaming and then he's shouting, I said poop and pee. He's basically shouting poop and pee, and he's shouting all these graphic words, and you're kind of shouting poop and pee back. Who the hell? Oh, nobody had ever. You call yourself that, but apparently your clothes are John Wayne Gacy's or something. You have more blood on them. I have never said that word, and I will never say that word again. It's definitely up there with Menzies. It's worse than Menzies. And you call yourself the SEMEN worm, for Christ's sake. I mean, well, he does. Have you heard him do that? That was like, well, he does. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with the heavy breather of death, and what the hell is it? I'm repeating it. This SOB has like, that is the lowest guy on Sketch Predator, for Christ's sake. It's also the most dangerous. It's like John Wayne Gacy. If you were to wander into heavy breathing in law enforcement or something, or like, why is John Wayne Gacy? Okay, but unfortunately he is, so there we go, and it has been for years. Who the hell says that? CUMY, SEMEN worm, tissues everywhere. I'm sitting on the floor working on my, don't repeat it. I am. My intestines are experiencing sexual arousal, and I'm a pig. What else have we said here? Don't repeat. They're arrested for mental health, but just doesn't know what's going on. And out for Waco because otherwise it's completely insane. But you could do once, but no, it was actually that. Let me ask the wife. I don't know if they're prejudiced. Ask somebody. Ask. That's a heavy breather. Ask the court. Remember the last heavy breather we got in? What is it even? As far as it's complete schizophrenia. So he has a broken brain, like completely. So like, what is coming out of the 300-pound like monster? But I don't understand. Where is there the basement in the prison that ate his own eyeball, and then ate the other one? I think he ate his own eyeball when he was in the wild the first time. Then he ate somebody else's eyeball. He probably feels bad about himself or something. He's as evil as possible. Now he repeated what he said. It's like sexual harassment. He said it first, so you said it back. And he was like electrocuting you so badly, it doesn't count, really. No, it's technically torture, and like, you'll just can't scream anything during it. It's not good to be confession. You win the trip yourself. I think you confess to, like, is there anything you didn't confess to? Okay, stop telling me stuff. Stop confessing or stop doing stuff. Now what is it doing? You all lost the bet. You lost the bet all throughout. I'm sorry. No, you didn't have to do that bet. He must say my penis, really, like so many times. Me and my penis. That is so disgusting. Where is this man and why is he allowed to stalk me on law enforcement tag? Right? He's been so ridiculously bad like that. I think Dylan also, I think. Who the hell is Dylan? Apparently a boy living alone in Cary not living alone, I don't know, he followed some little, he was interacting with a school counselor, so I don't know. Maybe it's other stuff they've done. It's hard to tell. It was a boy that lived in Cary that, like, he was sexually abusing with another man. I don't know what the story was about, but it was a boy that his parents were going through divorce and went to, like, the school up the street. First it was little girls. That's someone that likes boys also, so we let him. Well, I was like, what is this? I'm being neighborhood pornography now out of this by the same men that kidnapped me. I believe it's the corrections workers in the jail. It's like a Syracuse Thunder Master and Charles Magnus. They're real, like, sometimes it's hard to tell on other people. Oh, even. Oh. There's just a 500 million of them out there. So if it's like a stranger and then you don't really have anything. But I mean, you think you'd be able to tell with all that. Like, ain't nobody ever said and done all that. They can be. I think that guy's, I mean, when it's higher functioning or something, I mean, I'm not sure. Well, that could be, there's no such thing as that. You're really not allowed to diagnose people with schizophrenia that don't have it, also. The Huda it got out again. I hate the Huda it. But I'm gonna tidy up. And then I'm gonna do callbacks at the sheriff's department. This can't be going on. The thing keeping Otis Toole and John Wayne Gacy loose in the community with Jeffrey Dahmer's over there is not okay. It's my language, my mouth. We've had this conversation so many times. He's just a screaming nutcase who likes to punch like John Wayne Gacy is being instigatory. You're not that great, lady. I'm fine. Oh. He says he went and got your charge. He just has like the grades I turned in. I don't really know. That was just in a pile. This says you're like, I turn those in. They're it's not really like, yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't have schizophrenia. Lord, what humans out there to do all that stuff? You're just an evil man by nature. You're a criminal man that's big and rough. I don't know. Apparently, you guys might have grown up in a pedophile group. There is a group that is AWOL, but it says that, from Lawrence franchise communities, they are actually like Mormon, or they're Mormons, and Branch Davidians is correct. But they said they're completely AWOL, and they said like they decided women are chattel. They're kind of their own group too, from when those religions were starting, or they are their own group. You'd have to go check. And schizophrenic people have decided that women are chattel, out like the Warren Jeff group, and that men do actually get to do whatever they want to them. They don't really send their children to school over a certain age. At all. They're not the Amish at all, or the Mennonites. But because they're sort of next door to, there's a lot of Mennonites in the Missouri Ozarks. They're real. They've got this like cultural accent that's really strange. It's like Yosemite Sam, and they talk different, like the Amish. They're nasty. They're like, they have a really weird cultural accent. It's correct. It's like a really, yeah. It's like the bad Mormon in a Western. But I don't know where you found the guy. There were a lot of people wandering on the left. Yeah. But women are chattel, and men can have sex with them. Okay, so it's Elizabeth Smart's kidnappers hated them. You talk about them to death. But and the males will just go up to like, it's how the little girls they will like Warren Jeff. Oh, okay. They're like the Warren Jeff cult. Only these are like, these appear to be that there's a schizophrenic There's some Andalusian watchdoggers. They might have church things where they like took in the feral people colony. That it's like a joke in anthropology or something. They think they found a missing link in the Andalusian mountains of Spain or something like that. Oh, but it's actually just a feral people colony. Apparently, that schizophrenia has developed. They're their own people or something. They build these like honeycomb houses because they're schizophrenics, and maybe they just build up. Maybe they wandered over from like a. They could be gypsies or something. Yeah, that's the gypsies. They're primitives technically. Oh, which is probably just really handicapped Homer and Marge wandered up. Came over here and built the like woodcutter's cabin, and then like put the cow in the yard, and we're a nice little farm plot. Oh. And then worked in the coal mine. And these are the handicapped ones. Yeah. But it could be a feral people colony and of handicapped people in the mountains. No, they're feral people. People think it's a joke. It's a feral people colony. It's not actually like they have their own culture. Well, that's actually an anthropological thing because it happens. Oh. Which actually, these are that also. Their anthropology is horrible, but it's actually an anthropology. Oh. It's actually there. The problem is that they're coming into the jail. Yeah, everybody's heard that story. They raise the boys to be like dominant. Oh, and men can do whatever they want. It's natural for a man to father children, and it's natural for them to like sell little girls. They were talking because there are 4 crackheads of it, which there's a population of them, so they do have. Why are they at large and in the jail? So you're saying their pedophilia is a result of upbringing where like men can rape, younger girls like Warren Jeff, very much so. So is the like. Whatever they have a really weird Waco thing going on with the people. They're like the jail population people also. It might just be somebody who needs a shower that's come in. It's one of the sister's wives and stuff because you're on the inside. There is definitely a population of them. They end up in the county jail. They are a very weird anthropology. Everybody knows that was her nickname. A lot of people do. That's our ancestry too. So that's where you need to read the settlers story. Not the handicapped, but happened around them. But like, they just said I get to and give me that. So they say they're selling children. These men have developed. Well, that's why it's an Andalusian lost daughter. It's like this is a feral people colony issue out of this group. But they're so like the males they're French Davidians in the area. That and there's French Davidianism that people interact with and actually sound like. So weird. So why are they in here? We're not sure. Maybe they followed some of the sisters that were at the mountain. It was hard to tell. Like that actually, or on camera, following women of the evening that were running them off of some sort. Because they'll like, I think they'll like likely buy and sell. That story Ray said like, well, that could be a tale from the floating water. Yeah, these are the the really rough good element of this group. And these men are. These are like the very rough good element. The women are also like um, mole people or crackheads and stuff like that. They come in every county jail. They won't be long. Also, a handicapped total population. I don't know. That sleeps in the tunnels of Las Vegas. I'm not really sure. That's not actually completely correct. It's just like these people, they don't really, I don't know what they're doing. It was hard to tell, everybody said. It was pretty strange. But that's correct. They have these like populations that come in where like they're all from the same religious group. It is what you described. And they have a lot of children. Like, there's no way to have that many children, okay? Under like, like if you had two pregnancies at, under the age or at the age of 15 and under, that would be a very abnormal statistic. It's almost impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but it could, just like it says the environment is somebody's molesting children. These guys, that's like not uncommon. Yeah. Almost like 16 and under, almost 15 and under. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh. That would be an extremely abnormal situation. That means somebody's having sex with children. But they come in and they've had like, they'll be 23 and have like 3 children, and I've had 2 of them under 18, which is like a statistical possibility. There's tons of them, and they're from this group. They'll have like 12 kids, 8 kids. They have multiple pregnancies under, age and under 15 and 16. So, like, as soon as somebody can get pregnant, almost, these guys seem like they're impregnating them also. Like, how's it here as far as I know with these dudes? Mm-hmm. Where are the children? And home in the trailer park with it, which we would ever got mom pregnant. Yeah. They're communal, but they're not really, which is a problem because that's who's doing it. They seem to have gone like, yeah, they're pedophiles, obviously. Watching parakeet balls, and I gotta clean up the parakeet room, and then I'm gonna quickly vacuum. Huda, now what were you saying about stuff? Huda, spell it. Chat. You in chat, Huda? It's chat. Like Hello Kitty. What are your thoughts on Hello Kitties? You already heard that. He raped one once. Did you rape and murder kitties before, Huda? No. Well, he did. You want to hear Otis Tool's? No, the poor kitty. Otis Tool lives in a trailer by himself, and he's not sure why he's let in here to do this. But if he's let in here to do this, he will. Oh. And they hired him as like a janitor in corrections or something. But he has to do something where he catches cats, or he does something where he catches cats, and then he wraps them and ties them up in like saran wrap, and he hog ties them, and he sexually abuses them, and they die. What you probably do? No, he actually does it and has done it. Or not. There's line for attention. I'm not sure. I don't want to play that. You got me locked in the closet and you're doing it at me. You know. Can I get out of the closet and somebody go check if there's like, if all the home invading bouncing resulted in a home invasion? Because it was a lot of home invasion bouncing. And it has been throughout on your people. And it is actually your people. Oh. I'm gonna fall asleep again. Have some coffee. You should call the sheriff's department. They're thinking about arresting Huda, but they don't want to get in trouble. All of them have to go to prison right now. All of them. The whole thing. You need to get the whole company out of there. What's the call out line here? That should depress people. Do not touch my body, and especially not there or anywhere else, because that makes them sleepy and like it's probably hitting you in the lungs or something. But like, what is it? What is the device you're on? We tested it on. We tested it. I can cut off the air. You know. Stop. Are you sure, Huda? Is he? What is the device he's on? Is it actually geared to the human body? I mean, the body scanner is, but you're not allowed to use it for that. They definitely have a body scanner. If you quietly pass gas and don't even notice, it shouts, "You pass gas, and I can see you over here." Or like, if your cell phone is in the bathroom or something, like if you're going to the bathroom, it says absolutely hideous stuff. I can see the urine coming out of here. Hey, or you know what, Huda? Well, apparently he's focused in on it. That's why if you put the like, no, he does that there too. I don't feel like repeating it. But you got it. He starts, I can see the poop coming out of your ass, and I also can see the poop coming out of children's asses. He's like a total poop monster. What is? No. Well, he's actually doing, he actually says that. I've heard him do that. Yeah. It doesn't like sex, like what it's doing. Am I stuck with this topic? It like moves out. He actually finds the anatomical parts he's talking about. It's incredibly graphic. Also, did you hear his narration? Did you hear the son of a bitch? You can hear it more or less just fine, same as you. Okay, also, all law enforcement can clean it up, which is what I said when I heard listening. But it grounds like inside of you, so it moves out to your genital area. He has, in fact, if we're going to get the anatomy book, because he sits there and reads it from the waist down in the most graphic way you possibly could. See here, that actually would help. I have a crazy anatomy around here. Since unfortunately it has to go to jail right now. Back here, I have it right here. Where's the human anatomy of the private areas? No. Yet he really fondles specific parts he's found. I don't know, there's not that much down there. You can find an ovary. You might have a gynecological ad. Your ovary is somewhere, and I'm pretty sure that's an ovary. Okay, Huda, however you can see what I'm looking at, because I did just flip past a picture of the abdomen that has a penis in it. See? And he goes, ooh, you should think that's hot because that has a penis in it and be sexually aroused. I did not say anything about that. Did everybody hear that? That is confirmation that the man has a camera or has one activated. Since I was sitting over here in the chair, it must be somewhere. I mean, I cannot imagine. I can, how are you doing that? What is this even, Huda? I don't understand. We think you were marked for death in the neo-Nazi Puvats under the city, so they rigged the house because they're actually a serial killer group that got out, and Edmund Kemper's enjoys this game. So they bugged your house, which was stupid since the first guy they tried to kill you with, out of Albert Fish's signal, because it's too many federal prosecutors, it's too hot. The uterus, sorry, by ovum, granular zone, and peritoneum. Section of the ovary. Outer covering, detached border, central stroma. Okay. Urethra. Okay. Oh no. No, I'm not repeating it. It's a very private word. You can get arrested. The bladder is Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. As in front is in front of the pubis, behind the uterus, and in some convolutions of the small intestine. In the vagina is in wider transversally than in the male. Is wider transversally than in the male. The vagina is a dilatable membrane canal extending from the vulva to the uterus. The anterior wall is about 4 inches, and the posterior wall, do you have a reason you're reading this? I'm not sure. Are you making light of it? No. Oh. For some reason, I said that you feel like it. I'm not really registering why. From the 5 to 6 inches long. It is curved forward and downwards and lies back of the bladder in front of the rectum. It is of a flattened cylindrical shape, constricted at the first portion through dilated at the upper end to receive the uterine neck, presenting cul-de-sacs both before and behind the neck of the uterus. Maybe he has the Grey's Anatomy. Okay. Hi. Oh. Yeah. What? Okay. The exterior wall of the uterus, of the vagina. Oh, Jim, good Lord. I'm going to police. And then something about children, okay? Oh, okay. A lot. No. Both of you. I was repeating what he was saying. I don't know if there's another part of the thing called that. The labia. I mean, he says the word labia. Sorry, since we're looking. What else did he say? He says muscular and mucus. No. Is that a nursing class? No, I just read the nursing book more than once. You haven't? Oh, it's hard to tell whatever's going on around here. Because he does say things like the muscular coat. You're like, what in the hell? But it's definitely not a doctor anyway. The muscular coat is in 2 layers. The internal layer is the stronger and is built up of longitudinal fibers, which are continuous with the superficial ones of the uterus. The strongest bundles being attached vitally to the rectovascular fascia. What a dirty son. The erectile tissue is a layer of loose connective tissues enmeshing the numerous venous plexuses ramifying therein. The circular layer of the muscle fibers and numerous. Sorry, you're stupid. I'm not that stupid. I'm just whatever. Okay, the uterus by Grey's Anatomy. The uterus or womb, the organ of gestation, is a pear-shaped body flattened from before backwards, placed in the pelvis between the bladder and rectum, Superiorly, it does not reach above the brim of the pelvis. So as explicit as possible, he does what while you're on the toilet? Watches things come out of your body. No. I swear under oath in the seal, only verbatim why I'm saying that. You haven't heard him do that? Why? If you go to the bathroom, it's like downstairs, which I guest room bathrooms really this is awkward. That's the only thing you ever, just because you hear people pee out. Hello, sometimes. My sore throat spray. Yeah. He always does that. Everything's always. Nobody is unsober in that for a million years. You need to calm down. A lot. Well, every time I go into the bathroom to go to the bathroom, but he talks about pee coming out of your body when I go to the bathroom in the guest bathroom. Really? Yeah, he talks about it anyway. Yeah. If you bring your cell phone upstairs, he narrates it. He can see it. He does it every whatever people do in the toilet that everybody does once a day or something. Well, he points that out. There's no, he's so schizophrenic and OCD and absolutely evil. There's no, have you noticed he narrates everything, he follows everything you do, and he says he's monkeying behind. That's a little too much for me. I agree. The doctors don't think it's important. The thing is, it's still talking, kind of. He tries to he moves outward. I think the device does because actually it's an erectile dysfunction device for men, is what it says that he hooked up. Oh, so it aims for wherever, apparently, that's sort of where that would be. She says that's a lady penis, which I've never really heard. If anybody refers to that, and then he's over there saying to children in his story, which he then goes on and on. I mean, there's nothing graphic, and then it's basically pornography, just read and said to wrong term all day and all night, and then he will not take the body scanner with the grounder with electrocution off my body, off the body. It's been on my body really, and then he's constantly attacking you with the sexual assault device, which is a hideous sexual assault device. It's extremely, which he says he's doing to children, and he is, which means people are why were you reading Grey's Anatomy? I'm sorry, I was getting myself bolstered up to in general the crowd to address what has to be addressed in court today on the docket. For a minute, you're going to have to say vagina in front of the news. Okay. I said it's a body part. And in the case of Otis Toole's crimes over here, it is the most mentioned body part ever. Okay. At words that no one has in dirty ad-libs ever put together that gets you put in prison for the rest of your life. This thing puts them together in the worst and the most and all the time ways possible. Why? I have no idea. What the hell is an SEMEN worm? Buddha? He's a wiener. Unfortunately, I know the crowd will judge me for repeating it. I'm sure. Why? That is an incredibly judgeable thing. They just start throwing stones and hard fruit, really, and rotten fruit and rotten eggs at you, and arrest you also. That's understandable. And then put you in the nut house. SEMEN worm. Who says that? I'm very sorry. The voice in my head couldn't say that, unless brain tumors are alien abduction. Schizophrenia is not alien abduction. I've been handicapped to by demons or something. I've been handicapped to Aunt Mary at the mental hospital. No, they need to stop using Butner someplace where handicapped and married do nothing. That one might have, and he'd just be unpleasant, so you end up somewhat more busy. That's somewhat offending. No, there are people with that. It's not the only, maybe in him, or have you been abducted by demons? He's a bad man. That is he's very handicapped. But I mean, yeah, this is like, has anybody? I've never seen anything as bad as all this. Just in picking up the news from the city today, like John Wayne Gacy, they all have something is correct too. Like I know what it is also. So do the rest of Mr. Sinclair's and stuff talked about. No, they do. They all have it. It's a dangerous thing. They got schizoid affective or something. That's why they send other people out to talk. Not that bad. Some of them might wonder, oh, something really bad's going on with the juxtaposition of the sexual assault device and has. This is all out of the courts and stuff. It's been going on for 1,000,000 years. I'm not at the criminal that I have because the doctor says it. Okay. We should all recommend saying that because it's actually there. Who to get the hell out of my house? Who does get the hell out of my house? It's also when he's holding his penis at you so you can't fall asleep, and he gave your email or he gave the link out to your house, which is also your parents' bank account. I'm not asking my father for any more money. I very much have $750,000 in the bank. Which is you're sitting there. My father checks his accounts, he checks his investments. There. The vagina is there, like a also there's a cave down there or something that's excavated. Unfortunately, it doesn't vibrate. It sort of appears to be. Well, that's just the sensation. It's absolutely hideous. There's something that feels like pressure pressing your legs apart. No. The JJ one does not vibrate. No, but it's like pressure. It like pulses your butt and goes up it. It's the most hideous thing possible. It fully rapes you if you lay down. It's unbelievable. I'm sitting in a bathing suit talking to the woman next to me. There's nothing down there. And everybody, 50% of the population's got one. But the thing literally sort of like applies pressure. It might be trying to dilate something. It's absolutely hideous. The most graphic thing ever said anywhere in a movie or something. Really, Huda? Okay, you can't like if you were to let your child watch an R-rated movie, you can go to jail for that. You've completely altered reality so that you're interacting with people and children and things in completely illegal ways. Unfortunately, it's the crime. Like if you were, I have no idea, during a home invasion, GANGRAPE, a man stuck a foreign object somewhere. Okay. the poor victim. Of course, but the docket on the you know, the crimes being charged on the man, that it's got to be, you know, written down and addressed, and then he has to be charged and prosecuted with it. And the doctor is going to come out, which is not that dude anymore, but the actual forensic expert is going to tell you, because it's an unusual act. We have a pile of them over at the mental hospital. Nice that stick things places or in crimes. Or there's a pile of them at the mental hospitals. Well, that's hideous. Yep. Well, but because that's actually a specific kind of schizophrenia and or something weird. That's like your people. Like it's like one of those things. It's actually not an uncommon disease. Schizoid affective covers it, but Mr. Sinclair's has so do other people. So it's like the Main People's Church. It's not always schizoid affective. Like you're congregating and you're hiring the guy that, but there's no dominant cycle there. It's just a Thursday and everybody's addressing specific things. Okay, and it's a, you know, and there'll be many Thursdays and everything's just kind of fine. And then why are you doing something that's not fun? And then that's not fun because of all of that. Okay, so don't bounce and play that and put that, stop that, or do some act out there. Or they'll get in trouble, more trouble. The plane topography map is correct. The pressure is going to be correct. I don't know what it gooses you, really. Yeah, like it literally sticks, just beep. I think it's checking for drugs. Got a rubber glove finger. Hideous. No. So I'm sitting up in a chair, sleeping, leaning over with my legs crossed, which is extremely uncomfortable. And I'm starting to die, I think, really, at this point. Really. And so you're pretty much concerned this is a death situation since you've survived incredible amounts of crime. And have been for a long time now since he's sorry. I'm so exhausted. I'm just tired. I just kind of ran out of things to say there too. Really, like it just ended abruptly. Actually, that was like I just kind of ran out of things to say. I'm so tired. Would somebody please arrest these men and get them away from me? Oh, you have something like childhood leukemia, which there's many people with that. But you actually, it's kind of an unusual disease really, you only kind of know one person in passing with it. These men are taking the cake, but they have a coworker, they have vandalism. They have vandalism. They have handicapped DNA, a lot of it, on both sides and things like that. For in ways back, they have a new strain. And they marry their cousins and uncle and like things like that. Really, yeah, on these people. Why is this man being allowed to like run around doing stuff like this? Could you please get this man out of the community in a capacity to offend? That's the problem. Police need to arrest these men right now. I'm so exhausted. I'm gonna totally fall asleep. I told you not to RIP 10-year-olds all day and night. It's not calling it. I'm Greg. I know people. I don't announce it. He'll try to sexually assault you because you know, I don't have to live like this. You did if you committed a crime, but you're exonerated now. That's the end of it. So I got to turn it off. Not. So we're not getting that done today. You need to get that done today. The sheriff's department, when you call them, have multiple reports of the wild man of death. Literally John Wayne Gacy running loose in town. Okay. Oh. I would have slept laying down in a bed if I was going to work. Which is what I said and why I do and why everybody says that. No, that was just a little scratch on the inside of like your. Excuse me. It feels like literally there's an earthquake all of a sudden. Like I'm vibrating. I got a lower one. No. Also,